Good morning. I'm Reverend Darlene Chase, and I am very, very happy to be your practitioner this morning. And for all who are tuning in and all who are here today, such a blessing to do this quiet time together and to really have an opportunity to connect to some profound healing, some profound new ideas for living a better life, for creating an opportunity within the self to connect to all the love that the heart so longs for. What if things are such that someone lifting a cup or watching the rain or petting an animal or a bird or simply humming and singing could be doing as much for the universe as multitudes of people or anyone else? Lucky children, those who are not glued to tech gadgets and often spend time doing nothing, such as lying on the grass and watching it grow. Who is to say that these periods of quiet, contented nothingness are not spiritual devotions? Our teaching is very clear. God is all that is. Petting a dog or stroking, even with one's eyes, one's feeling center, one's hearing center, any of the beauties of nature is huge enhancement to one's own inner spirit. So I trust this morning we are all feeling right now together the amazing simplicity of the Spirit that sent us to live this life, the amazing energy that it has always poured through unstintingly every being of every kind on the planet, and especially the thinking beings, because we truly, truly co create. What an honor! What a gift! So, breathing into the self, closing our eyes to the outer distraction if it feels right. Knowing that simplicity is enlivening every cell, every organ, every atom, and can be, if we invite it, contrary to any belief that there is anything out of order. So, with this deep feeling engulfing each one, the light enfolding each one, right where we are. And in this room, for every person in this building, we are filled to overflowing with the one energy, advising, healing, calming, turning our minds to perfect and true guidance, our hearts to wonderful courage, daring to live greater from this wonderful part of our being. What a joy it is to know that this meditation time has crowds around us on this planet beyond the imagination. So we simply go into the silence together for these next few moments, totally relaxed, totally expectant of wondrous inspiration, new energy, new hope.
for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. Always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpowers we all had. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate. Look for the good in everyone and celebrate our love most days. There's a silver lining, silver lining. You still got to find it, find it, find it. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. Always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone needs sunshine. Everyone needs rain. Everyone is carrying around some kind of pain. I see who you are. You're just like me. See you searching for a purpose, guided by a dream. I see who you are. I'm just like you. I get lost sometimes and I forget what I came here to do. But I keep on trying, keep on trying. When it gets frightening, look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. Always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone is nature. Everyone is God. Everyone is love and light and vibration. Look for the good. Look for the good. Everyone gets mad sometimes, and maybe they should. Look for the good. Look for the good. Yeah, look out for all the heroes in your neighborhood. Look for the good. Look for the good. Life should be sweeter if everybody would. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. Always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. Always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone.
Self ready. Look, everyone. See, that worked. Even you. Hi, everybody. How are you? It looks like we're having casual Sunday today. I think it's because it's a long weekend and people just decided to stay home or watch on our love stream. If you're watching on the love stream, love you. Thank you for being here. We got a few people who are new, so I'll introduce myself officially. I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you've never been to a Center for Spiritual Living, I'll call your attention to the slide. As you can see, going around the sides of the slide are representations of many of the world's faith traditions. Not all of them, but many of them. And when we say that you are welcome and that we honor every path, we absolutely mean that. It doesn't necessarily mean that we practice everything, but we honor your right to practice your to be on your path, to show your divine spark in whatever way that resonates and works for you, and you are absolutely welcome here. So what I would like to ask is, if there's anybody who is new here, I don't want to embarrass you. We just want to say hi and welcome you officially. So if you're willing to put your hand up, I know that there are 4 new people here. So put your hands up. I know. It's like, oh gosh. This is just a brochure about the center, some information. And we are a little bit casual here, but we love our spirituality, and we love how we are, right? We love us. Yes? Okay, we're going to sing our conch song, which is called Holy, Holy Way. And you see that's the way it's spelled, holy and holy. So let's stand up and sing. Amy's going to sing the regular line, and we're going to do the one in the parentheses.
Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love
Fantastic. Thank you. And more people came in. It's wonderful. It's a miracle. So I'm going to let you know some of the things that are going on in the center. It's not everything that's going on, but here are kind of the highlights of everything. Oh, kids, we don't have a fun day teacher today. Rachel was not feeling well, so we have our family here. I don't think we had any other littles today, did we? Okay, that's awesome. Okay, Prosperity Plus 3 is starting on July 19th. You've heard me talk about this for several weeks. This is like the consummate prosperity course, but you have to understand when I'm talking about prosperity, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about living in an abundant, holy way. So we look at how we can expand not only our finances, but our love relationships, our health, how we show up in the world, in our careers. This is one of the best courses that I've ever facilitated, and I'm super excited that we're doing it again. It is 7 weeks, and the format is we watch a video with Mary Morrissey, who is basically teaching the course, and then afterwards we have discussion about it. Next week, and my darling's up in the sound booth. I forgot to tell you that I was thinking about doing this, but I am. I'm going to show a video right after service of Mary so you can get a taste of her and kind of what the course is all about. So I'll talk to you guys about that. So plan to stay an extra 10 or 15 minutes after service next week to find out about it. It will change your life. And I guarantee it, because it's a tithing course. I'm always very, very clear about this. This is where you are giving of your time doing volunteer work, of your talent, spreading that, and of your treasure. So you are giving of your financial good. If you do not feel more prosperous at the end of the course, I will give you your tithe back. And the way I can't give you your time back, I can't give you your treasure back, but I can give your talent, but I can give you your tithe back, your treasure. And I can make that guarantee because in 25 years, I've never had to do it. So this is how I know I can make this guarantee. So if you're interested, and I know several of you have told me you're taking the course, please get yourself signed up so that we have an accurate account of how many people are going to be taking the course. It's going to be both online and in person. So if you are planning on taking it, please get yourself signed up for that. More information next week. Hiking group with Neil Williams. Neil, stand up and let them know who you are. Okay, Neil is starting a hiking group that used to be quite a thing here at this center. It's going to be next Saturday at 10 o'clock at Nose Hill Park, and you're going to meet at the 64th Avenue parking lot. And Neil, I'm assuming you're going to have like a sign or something that says CCSL so people know. Okay. Bring a picnic lunch, and I know many of you just really love to hike, and Nose Hill Park is an awesome place to start. You're going to go see the indigenous stone medicine wheel and stone mace. So that's next Saturday. Last time we're announcing it on a Sunday. Okay, so we have opportunities, in our song we just sang, Let Me Serve in a Holy, Holy Way. We have opportunities for you to be in service here. We're looking for people who will sign up to be greeters. You need to get your hug quotient or your handshake quotient or your smile quotient. That's the one. Ushers, that's where we pass the basket. Hospitality to help spell our darling Marty back there, who is always here to make coffee, and I'm sure he'd love to have somebody back him up on that. We've got an opportunity in the sound booth to learn that. Anybody who's like, wow, I wonder what it is that they do up there, or maybe I have some skills, or maybe I have no skills and I just want to bug them. You know what? They're open. And the other one that we have need of right now is a handyman, somebody who can fix stuff. So if this is calling to you, and it's a wonderful way, remember I talked about Prosperity Plus, giving of your time, talent, and treasure. This is an opportunity to give of your time by being in service at the center. You can see Sabrina. Sabrina, would you stand up and let the people can't see you with just your hand. There you go. There you go. Or Connie, or talk to Lance about how you can volunteer for that. All righty, and finally, our ongoing group, some of which are on summer break, but we're still keeping them alive. Consciousness Seekers Coffee with Dr. Pat. We have some people who joined us for the first time today who were at the Coffee with Dr. Pat on Wednesday. It's a lovely group of people. We talk about stuff that matters in a very loving and safe way. Everyone is invited to that. That's on Zoom. Thursday meditation is also on Zoom at 7 o'clock. Our Sagers, that's our 55 plus people. They're on summer break as well. And Laughter Yoga is the first Tuesday of the month. So Sharon, that is this Tuesday. Would you stand up so they can see you? Yeah, yeah, for Laughter Yoga, and it is it's so fun. It's good for you. It expels all kinds of negativity and negative air and all that other kind of stuff. And we changed it so it's during noon hour now. So those of you who just want to take a noon break from 12:15 to 12:45, all of the information is on the website and in the newsletter. And if you want to sign up for the newsletter, there's a sign up out on the table out in the lobby. Told you, it's lots of stuff going on. So now we put that to the side, and now we're going to come into our sacred moment. This is a time Amy is going to lead us in a chant. Reverend Darlene is going to give us our spiritual mind treatment. This is an opportunity to go within. And I'm going to invite the ministers and the practitioners to come forward and join us as well on the stage. I just love having the whole contingent of these beautiful consciousnesses together. And so, Amy, if you would, please. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am.
So in this very blessed, quiet moment, I am so, so grateful to know that there is but one life, one living God through all life, any form of life. And so we as human beings have a very special opportunity and connection and desire, I believe, at the inner level to know more of our own life and our own God. And this wonderful, sometimes unsettling seeker within keeps edging us to know the truth, I believe. So I think that we are a center and a group around the world practicing knowing God for the sole purpose of living that life, that intelligence, that wisdom, that truth, that ever unfolding love in everything that we do, think, say, and be. So I know that we have been drawn here this morning, each one on time and in divine order, to be a part of the perfect whole of seekers, knowers, lovers. And yet, there's always the niggling, needing to know more. So I know that our time together shines an expanded light, an expanded feeling of truth deep within each one of us, and that all of our questions are able to be answered with our simple desire of saying yes to the one to inform us through everything we do, be, and have. So it is a wonderful day. It is a wonderful week that we can leave here today topped up, filled up, knowing very, very consciously and confidently that Spirit is using us. And what a joy it is to have it enhance our life for that privilege. So I simply know that we hear the message clearly today, the one that is right through Dr. Pat and through us as a unit of one, and it all works beautifully. I release these words back to the one who acts upon them through every person, even those beyond these walls that hear the message. And it is good, and so it is.
I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. I am.
Yes. So we're going to say our vision statement together now. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to review their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And our mission statement. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
For adding your consciousness with ours. Thank you, everyone. Wow. I feel all floaty inside now. So, we have a very specific topic today, and Amy is going to sing about it. Elevation is going to play about it. So please welcome our amazing house band, Elevation.
It's not that unusual when everything is beautiful. It's just another ordinary miracle today. Sky comes when it's time to snow. No need to teach a seed to grow. It's just another ordinary miracle today. Life is like a gift, they say, wrapped up for you every day. Open up and find a way. Give some of your own. Isn't it remarkable? Like every time a raindrop falls, it's just another ordinary miracle today. Sun comes up and shines so bright, but they always make it home by spring. It's just another ordinary miracle today. When you wake up every day, please don't throw your dreams away. Hold them close to your heart, 'cause we are all a part just work out after all. It's just another ordinary miracle today. Sun comes up and shines so bright, disappears again each night. It's just another ordinary miracle today. Ooh, ooh, it's just another ordinary miracle today.
Bishop. And Elevation, Steph Chapin on keys, Luis Tovar on drums, Lisa Jacob on bass. Woo! And you know what? Yeah, the stairs got moved. Surprise! And you know what? This is our house band. I love to say that because a lot of times people are like, oh, they just brought this band in because it's a special occasion. No, this is like our music. This is our house band. How about that? Do you love it? Yeah, me too. I came from a center in California years ago that had really good music as well, because I think it's so important. And when we were talking about me coming to this center, I was like, well, I got to check out the music first, because I don't know. She's okay. So, would you breathe with me, please? And again. And one more time at your own pace. Just something so exquisite about us breathing together, inspiring together. I just love it, and I'm always so grateful that you all indulge me in that. Because you may not be indulging me here in just a minute. I'm going to run the risk of slaying a sacred cow. But I know, by shedding a different light on something that many of us hold very sacred, and that is the idea of miracles. Because we're going to look at miracles and we're going to see them for what they really are, not some divine intervention of a supreme being who's up there watching us, but rather, just as Amy so beautifully saying, is an occurrence that may seem miraculous, it may seem mysterious, but it's actually a natural outpicturing of the expression of life. And when I'm talking about life here, I'm talking about life with a capital L, which is another word for the divine or for spirit or for the universe. Miracles are a natural outpicturing of life expressing and knowing itself. Because what happens is, as we begin to grow spiritually, and as we begin to see life from a different, higher, more expanded perspective, we see that miracles are not these rare occurrences that just happen for some people if they're on the good side of someone, but the divine expressing itself in a very natural and a very normal way. Because from this perspective, we can see miracles as natural. They are normal. As I called him my church husband. He was my assistant minister at the center that I used to serve in California. He called them usuals. And when something really cool would happen, he would say, oh, how usual. Yeah. And we can learn to see them everywhere when we have the eyes to see them. C.S. Lewis said this: miracles are a retelling in small letters of the very same story which is written across the whole world in letters too large for some of us to see. So as we expand our awareness, because that's why we're here, that's the business that we are in, is expanding our awareness, we can see more of this miraculous story. Because there's no doubt, but there are miraculous, amazing things that are happening around us all the time. So without question, life is a miracle. Okay, yes. And it is also natural and normal. Are you with me? Is this making sense? Okay. So Dr. Eric Butterworth, who wrote a book called The Universe is Calling, said this. He said, God doesn't deal in miracles. God doesn't deal in miracles. God is the wholeness of life, substance, and intelligence, which is always present. It is not a miracle that is needed ever, but the discipline of consciousness. Consciousness is one of those words that you're like, what? Consciousness is another word for awareness. So he's saying it's a discipline of awareness, of expanding ourselves. And this is a stretch for some of us. Because in the old way of thinking, miracles were done for us by something outside of us. God interceding on our behalf, sometimes unless it was pissed off, and then we're, really, really in trouble. But usuals are the natural consequences of being in alignment with the universe with a disciplined, expanded consciousness. So Butterworth goes on to say, when we work with divine law in the highest perspective, the unusual will become commonplace and wonderful things will begin to occur. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but I would so much rather know that the things that are happening in my life are the result of my consciousness, great things and not as great things, rather than some capricious, arbitrary deity that just might smite me as well as give me a miracle. Wouldn't you rather it be for your doing? Yes? Okay. So one of the reasons, though, that this is a bit challenging for us is because a lot of us have been brought up with stories of miracles. I mean, if you were brought up in the Christian tradition, the Bible is full of miracle stories. You got the parting of the Red Sea. You got all the stuff that Jesus did. And yet, from our perspective here, there is a logical, scientific explanation for all of the miracles in the Bible. For instance, the parting of the Red Sea. I mean, you remember the story, right? Moses and all that other kind of stuff. Well, the parting of the Red Sea was probably just a very low tide, maybe coupled with like an extreme wind event. And so it looked like the waters were parting. And so it let the Jews through, but not the Egyptians, because then it came crashing down. But the people of those days didn't understand that. They didn't have any scientific knowledge for this. All they knew is that the seas parted and the Jews went through and the Egyptians didn't. So in their mind, at their level of consciousness or awareness, it was a miracle performed by God. As far as the miracles of Jesus, one of the things we need to remember was that Jesus, he did not call himself this, but Jesus was a metaphysician. We are metaphysicians. Meta meaning beyond the physical. He said, judge not by appearances. Jesus was a metaphysician, and he understood the power of thought. That's why his actions were so miraculous, because he had a discipline of consciousness, like Eric Butterworth talked about. He understood the law of mind. He understood the power of thinking, and he used it consciously. But Jesus also said, these things and greater shall you do. These things and greater shall you do. So let me ask a question. How many of you drove in a car to get here today? How many of you watching on Lovestream are doing it through the miracle of technology? Yep. Did anybody here use electricity when you got ready this morning? Yeah. Did everybody have hot water for their shower? Yeah. Everybody use a toilet, flush a toilet? Yeah. And yet, if Jesus, who lived 2,000 sometime years ago, this great miracle worker that this entire faith tradition is not this one, entire faith tradition is based on, if he was here today, he would be absolutely flabbergasted at the seemingly miracle things that we have all the time. And yet we're like, no big deal. How usual, right? So another point that I want to make about this is that as we expand in consciousness, as we expand in awareness, we start to see miracles all the time, everywhere. Again, just like Amy's beautiful song. Einstein, the smartest man in the world, a scientist, said this: there are only two ways to live your life. One is though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Case in point, I want you to think about a newborn baby. Now, we know how babies are made. And we know where they come from. But imagine if you didn't know that. Think about the seasons. Year after year, miraculously, they come and they go. The rising sun, every day, rising in the east and setting in the west. Now, we know the sun is not actually moving, right? We know that we're moving, but we know that now. But think about that from caveman perspective. Of course they would believe in miracles. And yet to us, they're usuals. Because we have this expanded awareness of how it all happens, both scientifically and spiritually. So the more in touch we become with our spiritual selves, the more aligned we become with that expanded consciousness, the more miraculous and natural things appear. And I realize that may sound like a dichotomy. It may be like, how can something be miraculous and natural or be spiritual and natural at the same way? Well, when we have an expanded awareness, then we see that everything, spirituality is also miraculous. I'm getting a little distracted by what's happening here. All right. Why don't we just turn them to the blank screen, to the save screen? Because there's one more thing that I want to say about the usuals in our life. Oftentimes, people who have studied metaphysics for a long time like me, we get quite blasé about the manifestations or the miracles that we see. Oh yes, I expected that. Oh yes, no big deal. You know what? And the truth is, we should absolutely expect manifestations. We should absolutely see miracles and usuals all the time, but we should never stop being stoked by them. You hear me? Yes. Okay. Thank you. We should never stop being thrilled and grateful when something like that happens, no matter how many times I have seen or experienced a usual, even though I'm expecting it, I'm still filled with gratitude. Wow, how cool is that? That deepening, abiding gratitude. So speaking of this, I told you that we were going to be participating in something kind of special today. And that time has come. So we have a family who is part of our spiritual community, and they have recently brought in a sweet new life into this world. So today we are going to have a baby blessing. I know. So I'm going to ask you to just give us a moment to kind of get ourselves situated and just talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to even put up a slide. So just talk amongst yourselves for now. So Eli and Emmy and Ig and Mahaley and Eden, you guys are going to come up here. And I think I'll stand here. Okay, Mahaley, if you'll stand here, and Ig, if you'll stand next to her, and then Eli and Emmy, you guys come stand right here, okay? Oh, are you nervous? Yeah, you know what? Everybody here really loves you. Everybody here, you're not nervous at all. She's like, here I am. Here I am. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Okay, so today we're going to officially bless and welcome this beautiful baby girl. Her name is Eden. Eden came into this world on February 11th, 2022. And I believe that we are all here and part of this earth to teach and to experience and to learn love. Eden is here today as an expression of love between her parents, Mahaley and Ig. She's also the beloved sister of Brother Eli and Sister Emmy. And you all are surrounded by love, by people of this community. So Ig and Mahaley, I'm going to speak to you for just a few moments. Some people say that this is a scary time to bring a child into this world. They say that the world is fraught with uncertainty and doubt. I say that any time is the perfect time to nurture and raise an expression of God's love. By doing so, you've made an arrangement with the universe to raise them in love and peace and in safety. Despite all the world's challenges, we know that love, peace, and safety starts from within. First within the heart, and then within the home. Where there is love in the heart, there is beauty in the person. Where there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. Where there is order in the nation, there's peace in the world. Amen, and so it is, right? So being a parent, as you know, is not easy. As you know, sometimes it means saying no when it would be far simpler to say yes. It means instant forgiveness. It means unconditional love. It means teaching by example, not just by words. So I charge you, Mahaley, and you, Ig, to be the best examples that you can possibly be for Eden and for Eli and for Emmy. Teach them to love by being unconditionally loving. Teach them to honor and respect the diversity of life by respecting and honoring yourselves and others. Teach them that they are responsible for their own actions by being responsible for your own. And teach them to be kind by being kind, to be fair by being fair, and to be open by being open. Do you accept this responsibility? So Eli and Emmy, I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute, okay? So you have a job to do as well. You're Eden's big brother and her big sister. And sometimes it's going to feel like she's getting all the attention because she's little and she's getting so much attention, but always remember that your mom and dad love you every bit as much as they love Eden. The only difference is she's new. She's new to this world. And you guys have been around a while. You've seen some stuff. You lived some stuff. And you are very important in Eden's life. She's going to look to you to help her. And she's going to think you're so smart. Because you are. You're so smart. You're going to be able to help her with things and understand things because you've already been there. It's a super important job. Are you ready to do that? Yeah? Are you ready to be her big brother and be smart with her? Say yes. Yes, thank you. So can I have the rose, sweetheart? Thank you. So this lovely rose represents the beautiful gifts that Mother Nature has given us through our Mother Earth. And you notice it's just in this beautiful bud form, just like Eden is. It smells good just like a baby does. Notice there's many layers in the rose. And these can represent the many layers of life. The rose will someday blossom into a full-fledged flower. It's on its way now, just as she will. And someday, when its petals are spent, it'll go on to its next great experience. It's symbolic of the cycle of life, and it is perfect. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to dip the rose in this bowl of water here, crystal clear water. And the water represents clarity, cleanliness, purity, and clear thinking. And then I'm going to sprinkle just a few droplets on Eden's head. And as I do this, let us know for her a bright and clear future filled with fun, laughter, learning, health, harmony, prosperity, and love. Let us know for her that she grows into a kind, beautiful, intelligent, fully aware expression of the divine that we know her to be. I know, sweetheart. And let us know that she is a shining example of love in her life. Okay, so I'm going to dip like that. And here we go, sweetheart. There we go. I now bless you, and I practice this. Eden Uwalomo Imakwade. That was not bad. Give them a hand if you would, please. Yeah. And welcome to the family. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, I know tears. I knew there would be tears. And you would almost think, yeah, thank you guys, you would almost think that we planned the music to go along with the things. Please welcome again, Elevation. Thank you.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue clouds of white, bright blessed day and a dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow, but they'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. It's a wonderful world. Ooh, what a wonderful, wonderful world.
Steph Chapman, Luis Tovar, Lisa Jacobs. That's our band, Elevation. Thank you so much. How do you feel? Pretty good? Yeah, me too. Thank you guys so much for that. So this is my opportunity to tell you how you can support the Center for our Love Stream people. We love our Love Stream people. Thank you so much for still being part of our spiritual community. I know, thank you. You can, send an e-transfer. Go to our website and contribute through PayPal. Send a check made to CCSL. Call the office, talk to Lance. He's ready to take your calls. and be part of the conscious commitment. Standing by, ready to take your calls. For everybody here, we're going to take our collection. And so I invite you to take your tithe, your gift, your offering, your donation, hold it to your heart, infuse it with some love, and let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I joyfully and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And so it is. And we're going to sing, I Thank Love. You can stand up if you want. I thank love for everything. 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 Okay, so we don't have kids, so we'll just go ahead and do our closing blessing. So if you're go ahead and stay standing if you'd like, or if you'd like to sit down, but we're going to rub our hands together. And we're going to get all that good energy and all that good juju and the love and everything else. We're going to send it out into the world. So if you have someone that you need to have send some extra stuff to, by all means. If it's just going out into the world, it's any place where there is healing needed. If you need it for yourself, put your hands here and give yourself that love however you want to do it. We're going to do it on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Dry.
I am unwritten, can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words from your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes. Oh, but I can't live that way. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words from your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken. Something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words from your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. It's where your book begins. The rain's on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words from your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. It's where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Rest is still unwritten. Here we go. Whoa, 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 unwritten, whoa, oh, 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 Have a wonderful week, everybody.